Thank you, Yusuf, and thank you, my cousin Pallavi. Good afternoon, everyone, my newly extended families, cousins, uncles, aunties, friends. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for our very special lunchtime panel with me, Baulch and Julie Boon. They are my cousins today. Domestic and family violence is a growing concern, not only in our society, but all around the world. Beating is an unjustifiable physical attack and a crime. Human nature, customs and traditions which have not been subject to filter of universal human values may unfortunately provide a basis for such deviations and support such practices. When we witness or hear incidents of domestic violence within our society or around the world, our eyes water and our hearts may be broken. Domestic violence is not just a problem of a single community or faith. We all need to work together to overcome the issue as it requires a collective effort. Universal human and moral values, respect for women and women's and children's rights should be taught to all, starting from a young age. We have heard the invaluable perspective of our panel speakers today. We truly hope that their work in this field will contribute to not only minimize but to complete domestic and family violence for our society and in the world. At Affinity, we are committed to building bridges between different groups of people within the modern community we are living, regardless of their race, gender, sexuality, or religious beliefs. We advocate for the rights of people to achieve a more accessible, more inclusive community and teach and promote the universal human values and the rule of law. The universal human values, to me, as a PhD candidate, come from three layers: and traditions, religions, and another one is scientific testimonials. I believe that the lunchtime lecture we have had today is a testimony to that. Conversations like the one that we had today make me proud of the work that we do at Affinity. I believe Affinity will continue the luncheon series about domestic violence with your assistance and contributions. Also, I thank you to Pallavi Sinha, my cousin, for facilitating today's discussion. Not only for facilitating today's panel, but for the great work you have done by bringing the topic to Affinity's attention. Once again, thank you, and I hope we will continue to develop this important topic again. Now, I would like to invite my cousin Miriam Caballo, to art educator and MLC Design and Gallery, to give a to my cousin Pallavi. Please, on the stage. Affinity works strongly with its advisory board members. They are all remarkable and dedicated people who are professionals in their fields. One of them is my uncle, Jim Main, great uncle or uncle, our welcome speakers today, who has been around for more than one decade, and contributed greatly to Affinity. We have been delighted to take on board his suggestions and collaborate with him on many projects. I'd like to ask my cousin Pallavi to give a gift to my great uncle Jim Main, as he is resigning from our board after many years of service. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Pallavi. Before we conclude, I'd like to invite you to a few Affinity's upcoming events. Next week, we will continue our A+ Youth Lecture Series with a talk from Madeleine Goodsir, the president of Notre Dame University's Law Society. She will be talking about leadership and social change. Our Affinity cooking class will be continuing. The classes will be held on a Sunday afternoon in the home of a Turkish family in Western Sydney. It will start at 1 p.m. and will go for a couple of hours. The family will show you how to make a Turkish dish. We believe that sharing food is a fantastic way to share culture, break down barriers, and connect with others in a meaningful way. If you are interested in attending, please contact us on info@affinity.org.au. In late November, Affinity is proud to partner with Western Sydney University to present the 9th International Conference on Human Rights Education. The conference aims to develop a Sydney Declaration of how human rights education can strengthen civil society and act as an agent for change. Registrations for the program are now open. Information on all the events I have mentioned are available on our website. Also, the videos you have seen at the beginning of the program are on the Affinity's YouTube site. If you have any questions or any ideas or projects in 2019, please don't hesitate to speak to me and Brock to discuss it. Once again, thank you for attending, and I hope to see you next event. Also, Affinity is not umbrella organization. Please don't forget your umbrellas. Thank you.